what's up, guys, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. The market had a crazy day today. We saw a ton of choppy movement out of the SPY, but we had certain stocks straight up explode today, like RWLK. This stock went crazy. It had a bunch of hype behind it, and it's up over 100% on the day. Lucid Motors also had an amazing day, exploding up over 11%. Draftkings had a pretty bad day, which we'll talk about in the video, and then Uber also had a pretty good day. So long story short, we're seeing a lot of great movement, and we have a lot of great plays for tomorrow. So make sure you guys stick around to the end, and if you are new to the channel, definitely don't forget to subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day. But Tom, fill us in. What's going on in the market?
Yeah, RWLK had a great day, like you said, closing up 99.2%. It almost hit that 100% mark there in after hours. It looks like it proudly popped up to that. And man, we are seeing it come down a little bit right now, but this company had a lot of momentum behind it. Apparently, a lot of retail traders are getting in. There's lots of great articles about this one. And this company actually makes they help people who can't walk by having like robotic legs that kind of strap onto you. So overall, it's a good company, and retail traders are really pumping it up. I've heard the short interest on this one's pretty high. It's hard to find data on that right now, but I've heard it's pretty high, and definitely watch out. You know, it's a penny stock that's running, and it could continue for the next few days, especially if Wall Street Bets catches on.
For sure. So it's just like one of those like hype plays, you can say, but either way, it has a ton of momentum. And if you look at like a daily chart of this thing, it has definitely moved a lot in the past. And, you know, we could see back in like February, like February of 2020, it went from like $2 all the way up to $6.
Yeah, it really did. That was a pretty big pop. And I wonder if it could do that again, Mike. And I think it possibly could. You know, if all these people start hopping into it as well, if that hype crowd really gets in, I think it could end up flying up. And then, like we talked about, we saw Lucid pop up today too, and they had a great day, hitting all the way up to around $28 and then consolidating. But man, they broke out above 25 and just went straight up today. A lot of people have been talking about this company lately, and it's had a lot of hype over the past few days. You can see here on the daily chart, the volume is starting to come back in, kind of like it was the last time it was rising. And overall, it just has so much momentum. There's a huge resistance here at $30 that I would look at, or I would look at for tomorrow and for the next couple of days. But overall, this stock is doing great.
Absolutely. And just like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, it was tanking off because of the lockup period expiring. It was all the way down to like $15 or so. And now we're about to test that $30 resistance. So it's definitely been doing great, and it still has a ton of momentum. But unfortunately, let's talk about the disastrous move with Draftkings. So they're actually tanking down really hard. I love this stock for the long term, but they got smacked today. Basically, their shares are tanking as the basically they are making an offer of a $20 billion bid to take over the UK sports betting company Entain. So, you know, they're making like good moves. They're looking to grow their business, but a lot of times with like merger and acquisition type catalysts, the company that is buying the other company, in this case, DraftKings, normally falls. But keep in mind, they didn't actually buy Entain yet, but it is like a $20 billion stock offer.
Yeah, and I was looking at the news for this, and apparently it got reported on TD Ameritrade that Entain said that they actually received the takeover proposal and that they are thinking about it. So we'll have to see how that ends up playing. And, you know, a lot of times companies end up falling whenever they make these big purchases, because obviously they have to spend money in the short term for those. But I really think that it will end up helping DraftKings in the long term. And just think about it. It's getting them into that UK sports betting market, and that's going to open them up to a lot of customers if this can go through.
For sure. And like what I really like about DraftKings too is like, you know, it sucks to see a 7.5% down day, but at the end of the day, like they're playing offense, you know, they're having so many like partnerships and deals and takeovers and all this. So like to see the stock down 7.5%, I'm actually like glad to see it's this type of news rather than like an SEC investigation or, you know, something like really bad like that.
Yeah, definitely. That's a lot better situation. And then getting into the Uber situation today, they ended up actually popping up off of some pretty good news of their own. And man, I don't know what's been going on with these stocks, but Uber apparently has a pretty good thing going on with them right now. And it says that they're on pace for their largest percentage increase since November of 2020, up 11%. They had some great pops today, Mike. And what went on?
So basically, what happened is Uber raised their outlook, and basically they said that they're expecting a lot better numbers in the short future than they were originally anticipating, from the beginning of the year. So they're expecting to do a lot better, and obviously that was great to hear. Their stock price boomed up because of it. They're up around 11.5%, and they've really been struggling over the past couple months. So it's good to see a move like this.
Yeah, it is. And it was right off that $40 support. And I've heard a lot of people in the Discord talking about grabbing some shares down here at these low prices. So, hey, I'm glad to see it popping up. And overall, Uber's been doing great as a company.
Yep, and what they're on set or on pace to do, I should say, is to post their first ever adjusted profit for this quarter. So, it's great news, and investors are definitely happy to hear that. And then, Tom, what's going on with this FOMC press conference tomorrow?
Yeah, Powell will be speaking around 2 to 2:30 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, and he's definitely going to be affecting the market. Every time the FOMC has a meeting, the market ends up at least moving pretty rapidly within those few hours of him talking. So definitely watch out. It could make the market drop or go up depending what he says. Over the past few times, he has made the market go up a little bit, in my opinion, but we'll have to see what ends up happening now. I think that he might make the market go down. And, people are saying they might talk about tapering asset purchasing programs and stuff like that. But overall, we'll just have to see what happens because it seems like the Fed changes their mind all the time.
For sure. And then another thing to keep in mind too is everything going on with China and the Evergrande situation, plus people just taking profits, plus this FOMC press conference. I know the market was pretty choppy today, but we could see we had a pretty bad close. So I would definitely still keep hedges in place and be prepared for a volatile day tomorrow, especially with this FOMC. But let's get right into our member of the day, which is Julian. So Julian had some solid trades with the SPY today. He posted some profits in the profits channel. So huge shout out, Julian. Thanks for being a great member of the Stocked Up Discord, and great job with your SPY trades today. But Tom, let's get right into these momentum plays. And with the first one, we have QS to the upside.
Yeah, and with QuantumScape, they had a great pop today, up 16%, and make them break out above 24.56.
All right, and then we have Snap also to the upside.
Yeah, another big gain, up 6%, right off that $70 support yesterday. Make them break out above 76.37.
All right, and then with the last one, we have Uber to the upside.
Yeah, we already talked about them. Make them break out above $45 even. It looks like that's a pretty solid level there.
Good stuff. So we are watching these three plays for potential day trades to the upside tomorrow. Basically, if they break above the levels Tom listed, we like them for quick in and out day trades tomorrow. But let's get right into these comments. So with the first comment, we have Brian saying, thanks guys. Any idea why RWLK jumped 10% up in after hours? Can't find any news, but seems like a pretty extreme move, especially for the day. So RWLK is really moving off a hype right now. They have a lot of retail, I guess you could say a lot of retail traders behind them, and they're just breaking out. And a lot of times with setups like these, the more people that talk about the stock, and like even if it starts to trend on Wall Street Bets, the move tends to just like exponentially go up. So, it's really moving off a hype right now, and it's just, it has a ton of momentum.
Yeah, lots of buyers are coming in, and it's been reported on TD Ameritrade that there isn't really any big news or anything like that to justify the price action. But either way, a lot of retail investors are getting in, and I think that they just like the company in general. They help people kind of walk and stuff, and it's just a really good robotics company. And it just it's one of those type of stocks that can just generate hype, kind of like some EV stocks, and just all those hype stocks seem like they're all pretty interesting in what they do. And this one is pretty interesting also.
And another thing to keep in mind is, if it has a large short interest or a large short float, it could also be as simple as, shorts starting to cover like they were, let's say, yesterday in after hours or today at open, and then, more retail traders buy in, and then even more shorts get squeezed. So there's definitely a couple reasons why this could happen. And, I know that these short float setups over the past year have just been exploding up, as we have obviously seen with AMC, GameStop, and a bunch of other ones throughout the year. So just keep that in mind as well. We have L saying AMD is such a great buy at this level. So, AMD's it's been struggling over the past month or so, but overall, I love the company and it's still holding above 100.
Yeah, it is. And that $100 level is a pretty big support. We actually hit off of that in the past and went down with AMD. So with it hitting there, I think it's a pretty good level to look at. And I think it could be a good buying level to start to average in here. I don't think I'd go all in at 100. I feel like we could go a little bit lower, but I love AMD for the long term, and buying the dip is never too bad for them, in my opinion.
All right, and then we have Outlaw saying, "Hope I can rebuy Palantir at $25." Yeah, I really like this Palantir action. I know it sucks to see it falling over the past week, but it was on such a great uptrend, and I think it has a lot of potential to grow over the long term.
Yeah, me too. And there's a pretty big support here at 26. And like you mentioned, 25 is even bigger. So I would love to pick it up down there too. So hopefully we get down there to grab up some more shares because, man, a lot of people I think were upset that they were missing the rise on Palantir. So maybe they'll give us a second opportunity.
For sure. And guys, don't forget to join the Stocked Up Discord. It's going to be that first link in the comments down below. It is completely free, and there are free day trades every single day. And you can talk with Tom and myself all day long and get access to a great trading community. It is completely free, and it's that first link in the comments down below. But Tom, do you have any last minute stocks, options, or anything you are watching for tomorrow?
I'm really going to have my eyes also on UPST. They just continue to go up every single day. And if they are able to break above 330 tomorrow, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll definitely be looking at a quick momentum play for it. Either way, that would be a crazy move again. They just continue to rise at day after day. I cannot believe again, they were up 9% to end the day. That's awesome. And then we actually also saw BLNK do pretty well today, also up 3.2% as they just hit off support. So definitely going to be eyeing up those two stocks tomorrow.
There we go. So guys, don't forget to subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day, and let us know what stocks you are watching in the comments down below, and we'll probably take a look at them in tomorrow's video. But other than that, thanks for watching.